Hello everybody, I am Bramman19. We're playing a brand new series of Supreme Lure 2020. This time it is going to be a CSA, or a Confederate States of America playthrough, but instead of doing just, we're just, going to be the CSA and take over everybody, instead I am going to give ourselves objectives this time, just to follow a certain event or set of events that were going on in the 1850s in the southern United States, and that was an organization called the Knights of the Golden Circle. Now, what was their purpose? The purpose of the Knights of the Golden Circle was to basically spread the United States through expansion, and their goal was to take over southern portions of New Mexico and Arizona, all of Mexico, all of Central America, parts of Colombia, Venezuela, and all of the Caribbean islands. And yeah, so that was pretty much it. They wanted to take over all of this in the name of the U.S. and primarily for southern slave states. Now, that's not, of course, obviously slavery's bad. We're not going to keep up with that whole slavery nonsense, but that's okay. We're still going to try this out. So it's a Confederate States of America that is all about about not having to deal with slavery. So anyways, let's go ahead and read our intelligence report really quick. It says our support of a manifest destiny policy has somewhat damaged our international relationships. We may face additional diplomatic limitations to avoid additional damage to our region. We should let Texas and California take the lead on this issue while we try to mend fences and improve our economy. Let me go ahead and tell you something. I don't care a daggum bit what Texas and California have to say about any of this. We're going to focus on, because we're Georgia, that's kind of the heart of the South in my opinion. It's no longer Richmond. You ask me, Atlanta is now the capital of the Southeast, so that's the way we're going to run it. And basically our goal is going to be to take over Maryland, Washington, Delaware, and have generally we want to make sure our border is kind of like right through here, running along the Delaware, Maryland, West Virginia, Kentucky, Missouri, and then we'll come down here to Oklahoma, Arizona, and New Mexico, and then we'll spread all the way down here, take Colombia and Venezuela, and then all of these islands. So that's kind of my idea. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So go a few things about Georgia right off the bat. It's already got most of its stuff handled for it. It does have a problem with coal and metal and uranium and oil. That's its biggest problems. So I'll go ahead and tell you the first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to get rid of this small hydro facility. So let me go ahead and get rid of that one. I don't think there are any more. And then we're going to go ahead, let's take a look at our water, make sure, are we doing all right? Yes, we have nearly double the water we need. I am going to go ahead and say, all right, this area up here is going to get 2 large hydro facilities. And then we are going to say, okay, timber is going to become a problem eventually. Let's go ahead and add into that. All right, we'll go ahead and say up here, we'll add 2 there and 6 there. There's no petroleum around here. There is agriculture to the south, but I think we're okay on agriculture for just the immediate time frame. Let's go ahead and look into getting some coal built up. Let's see here. Coal. Where is the coal? There it is. And there's only a few spots, but we'll start here, here, there, and there. Get that building. And then lastly, we will go ahead and get metal ore going. We have quite a few spots for that, but I'm going to primarily focus it here and here for the time being. We'll go ahead and let the game start running. Available units. Yes, we can start army unit construction, and we're going to do that. I am going to, let's see, turn on missile fabrication for every type. Our research, we're going to go ahead and take it to 100%. They're going to start working on the reactive armor and for the M2A4 Bradleys. We're going to let that go on, and let's see here. What else do we need to do? Oh yes, we need to make sure they can't do bonds. We'll let the spending kind of fluctuate for the time being while we let these things start getting built. Let's see, is there anything I'd like to do? Oh yes, I'd like to build a road from there to there. I want to connect Fort Benning to Columbus right here so that they it's easier for units to just rush straight out of that barracks and they don't have to kind of slow down in between. Don't think there's anything else in here I need to worry with. See, there's a wild barracks out here by Fort Stewart. I'll go ahead and add a land fabrication to that. And we're going to let some of this finish. The start of this one's going to be a little slow. I'll go ahead and point that out. But in the meantime, though, we'll talk about what's going on around us. And so we're basically playing in the mode, the map mode called Shattered World. The United States is changed up into 50 states plus Washington, D.C., which is its one little area right here. And everybody's their own little nation. The kind of the Central American, like the islands and all that, that has all come under the UN Protectorate. That is who owns all that. Let's see. Spain, France, Germany, the UK, Italy, and Russia have all split up. So has China over here. They're North and South China. I think India is still all the same, which is pretty wild, considering how big they are. Let's see, is there anything else that I am forgetting? I don't think so. I don't think they split anybody else up. Everybody else is pretty much the same. Oh yeah, Canada split up between provinces as well. And usually some Canadian provinces will get mad at me later on. So we're going to see how they do. Right off the bat, I'm just taking quick stock of what all I have going on around me. Let's see if I have any engineers available. Hopefully I do. I don't think I do. Oh, that's unfortunate. I do have some special forces, some rangers, some Green Beret. Definitely want to keep these guys around because they'll be great use for when we start expanding. Let's see, is there any units I don't like? I don't like these 155. Let's see, I want this guy to go ahead and be scrapped. I don't like that unit. Let's see, is there anything else in here I don't like? The best time to handle it's now. We did get a diplomatic offer from Illinois. I don't think I'm going to be friends with Illinois. They're not a great ally to have near the beginning of the game. They tend to get in a lot of trouble. So we're going to say no to them. Let's see, there's Stingers, heavy supply trucks, okay. Now what all can we build? Engineers and M1 Abrams. That seems to be our best units. We do have recon. Artillery is still towed infantry, towed artillery. We gotta be careful with that. So yeah, all right, we've got a pretty stable little thing going on right now. I don't want to increase salaries or anything yet. I'm really not ready to go to war. I'm gonna wait till we get some of these things done. Primarily, make sure we get these coal mines, the ore mines done. The timber mills, stuff like that. Nigeria is offering me $886 million of oil and requesting $1 billion. Yeah, no thank you. I don't want to work with that. Let's see here. Disagree. Petroleum prices will go down as I expand. The good news is that my current thought process is I'm going to go after Alabama next, and then Mississippi, and kind of make the old Georgia territory. If you didn't know, once upon a time, Georgia extended from its present day borders, right, like kind of as it is right now, and all the way it went all the way to the Mississippi. And then there was something called the Yazoo land fraud, and yeah, that kind of ended it. And I guess it's a good time to go ahead and tell you the reason why I know so much about Georgia is because this is my home state. I'm very knowledgeable about it. I'm very knowledgeable about the surrounding area. I grew up in Georgia. I went to college over here in Tuscaloosa. Eventually, when I do take that land, we are going to add some research centers and stuff like that to make up for where these colleges actually are. which would be pretty cool in my opinion. Alright, so let's take a look here. What do we got going on? Timber mills are at 40 days left. The coal is at 58. Yeah, these should probably be at they're at 59. Let's look at these ore. They're probably going to be the first ones to get done. They will be. They're at 36 days. There's a land fabrication that has 26 days left. It's going to be very important that we increase our military as early as possible. We do have a nuclear sites over here at a place called Hatch. While I'm thinking about it, let's go ahead and look at our consumer goods facilities. No micros, no middles. We do have the large one. Let's take about industrial. We have 6 of those. And military goods, we have 4 medium and 1 large. We will replace those mediums shortly. Let's see here. The biggest thing is we have a very unstable budget here. It can go up, it can go down. Looks like we've already increased ourselves here. Want to make sure. There we go. That's perfect. Just barely above. We just need the people to be somewhat happy. There's 16 million. 9 million. Family subsidies going up to 12 million. Law enforcement up to 8 million. Cultural subsidies up to 10. And then social assistance to 113. So we're actually making money right now, which is pretty good considering we have $101 million being spent every day in construction. Let's see. I'm taking a look here at some of our annualized numbers. Yeah, petroleum's going to be a big deal. Like, even when we do take Alabama only has these offshore stuff. It's when we take Mississippi, there's a huge, and actually I'll go ahead and show you now. Let's get rid of the supply real quick and take a look at oil. They have a ton of oil here that's going to be really worth taking. Also, when we push on, we'll probably take Louisiana and Arkansas. And when we do that, they have tons of oil as well. Let's see. Yeah, plenty of fresh water due to the Chattahoochee River and the Tennessee River. So yeah, lots of stuff going on out there. Let's see, am I seeing anything that I like to see? I don't. Now, if we do get military hardware exchanges, I definitely want to take them up on that. I definitely want the engineers. That's really what I want. Let's see here. Disagree with Air Force construction. Let's see, this is fresh water from Manchuria. They're offering me 559, requesting 390. That's a good deal for me. Yes, I pay money for something I can easily already get, but I can then sell it to. Or not have to use mine at such a hard rate. Alright, let's take a look at these ore mines. They should be coming to a close. 24 days on them. If I had my engineers out already, we would pretty much be done with these. This land fabrication has 14 days left on it. So we should have that in the first part of August. Now then, I'm going to kind of plan out this war. I'm not anywhere near ready for it yet. But with this war, what I'll probably do is increase the garrison size on all of these facilities on the border. And then I'll kind of put all of my units kind of right here. Or better yet, like down here. And then I'll cross over, take Farley, take Dothan, and then move right on into Fort Rucker. And that way I'll get their land fabrication, their air fabrication, their airfield, and their one of their barracks early. Then their other barracks is all the way up here in Huntsville. So just keeping an eye. I am looking towards the future. Of course, I want to make sure that we get some things done first. Make sure I do have a couple Bradleys being pumped out, some engineers. Could be an episode or two as we wait for that to happen. Let's see. The faster these engineers can get pumped out, though, which right now there's only 2 of them, or only one of them being produced. The faster we get him, and others like him, the faster this will go, though. But look, I mean, that's the great thing about Georgia, is that Georgia starts out with so many military bases. You know, it's definitely not like a Texas, which has a military base like, I feel like every 50 miles, but it does start with a pretty good reserve. So, let's see. The UN is offering me industrial goods for free. We are going to accept that. 90 days worth of industrial goods. That's definitely something we should just accept. There's no strings to that attached to that. Now, eventually they're not going to like us when I have to come in here and invade. I'm trying to see, where all is the UN at? Bahamas, Jamaica, all these islands in the Caribbean, Bermuda. Are they up here in Greenland? Nope, that's still Denmark. Yeah, they're off here. They're Cape Verde and places like that. Yeah, all these little islands they've got. Let's see. Do they have this island down here? Nope, England still has it. England still has that. What about over here? Yeah, they own a bunch of these little islands too, so we might end up having to go to... when we go to war, we'll probably take all these little islands too. Let's see. Yeah, that's Yemen. That's still fine. Now I wonder who's gonna all go to war first. Let's take a look and see if there's anybody at war. My money's on South Korea and North Korea already going at it. Let's see. Israel, Iran, Oman, Syria, Eastern Siberia. Yeah, southern and northern China, North Korea and South Korea. Yeah, there's a lot of war going on. Matter of fact, yep, southern China is at war with quite a few people. So is northern China. North Korea is at war with people. South Korea is at war with people. To be expected. Israel's probably at war with, yeah, Iran and Syria. If they don't hurry up and take Syria, they're going to get eliminated pretty quickly. Without a US to prop up Israel, they really fail pretty hard, pretty quick. Alright. Let's see here. What is a... How are these places going? 1 day remaining on this land fabrication, it'll be done. Let's wait on it. There it is. There, that one's done. It should be picking out something to do now. Hopefully it says engineer. It doesn't say something stupid. Well, it does say a recon. That's fine. We'll let it do a recon if it's first time through. It's a 21-day construction on that. Let's see here. Taking a look at my units. 29 days remaining on that engineer. Of course, by then the ore mine will be done. It only has 9 days left on these. Yep, for both of them. That'll get done, and that'll save us about $7 million a day. It'll actually probably give us more than that. Which, of course, is going to be wonderful. After that, it's probably going to be my timber mill. Yeah, 12 days. And then coal mines are at 31 now. Very important to keep up with all this stuff. Just to know where you're sitting. Let's see, 55 days away from reactive armor. We are at 107 as our tech level. So we're already on a pretty good footing above a lot of people. A lot of people start at 110. 109, 108, yeah, 107. Japan has the highest tech level. But like Texas is up there with them at 110. California's at 110. Paris and Switzerland, England, a lot of these guys are at 110. We'll catch up pretty quickly though as we start getting more research centers underneath our belt. Alright. These things should be just about done now. 5 days. Yeah, no big deal there. Oh, and if you didn't know, there's Kings Bay down here, where the U.S. Eastern Submarine Fleet is generally located. The ballistic submarines, that is. Which we probably do have some of that. Let's take a look. What do we have in that regard? We have the Cheyenne class. We have 2 of them. Arleigh Burke classes, and Oliver H. Perry, a Sacramento, a tanker, Algol, yeah, Henry Kaiser, San Antonio landing ships, and the Lewis and Clark. Scary thing is that we're so close to South Carolina and Florida when they deploy their navies, which if you look, it's going to come out of Jacksonville Beach for Florida, and it'll come out of Charleston for South Carolina. They come out. We'll have to make sure our units are way out to sea, far away from it. Like, I'd prefer to move them all the way over here to the Alabama side if I could. If it had a sea pier, I would do it. I'll probably end up doing it when I do take over Mississippi, though, because I'd hope not to go to war with Florida and South Carolina early. Nothing wrong with trying to take them on early. They are actually easy. But I just don't want to. Alright, there goes those ore mines coming online. And yeah, alright, so I think we're down to 68 million in construction, so it's going very quickly. But I'm going to have to end this one right here, guys. I appreciate y'all so much for watching. And I hope you guys are going to end up enjoying this new Confederate States Golden Circle campaign. I know I am really looking forward to doing it. So I guess I will see you guys next time.